Hey everybody, welcome to video 1, which is what in the heck are these oils and why would I choose doTERRA? Well, first, if you were here, I would have you open up some peppermint and some wild orange and take a drop of each one. Sometimes two sneak out, so don't worry. If it does, you will survive. You're going to want to rub your hands together and you would inhale. I inhale through my nose a lot because it clears everything out. And then you're going to rub it on the back of your neck and you would feel some tingling with that peppermint, and it's also very cooling. Peppermint and wild orange together are really awesome at helping with focus and concentration. So we use that a lot, especially at classes. It's nice to diffuse as well, which we'll talk about that later. So what we're going to talk about is what is essential oils. Essential oils come from plants. They come from every single part of the plant that you can imagine. So roots, stems, leaves, flowers, grasses. They are really amazing. Obviously, since they're plants, they occur naturally. They are wonderful for the skin and for the body, and it's very highly concentrated once we distill it. So what happens is doTERRA would go to a place where God has put these plants indigenously, and this is called outsourcing. So I always think about vetiver because it's in Haiti, and doTERRA's helped Haiti so much. It's really cool. So think about vetiver for a minute. doTERRA would go to Haiti, and they would teach these local farmers to farm for vetiver and how to distill it. And they use a cool distillation with steam, and they get this highly concentrated oil. And what they do then is they put it in our bottles that come to our house. So this is 15 milliliter, and there's 250 drops in here. So that's a lot of oil, especially when you're only using a drop, maybe two at a time. doTERRA does lots of testing on their oil. So they use a liter batch. So this was really amazing to me because I think of liters and I'm like, ooh, like a big slam Mountain Dew. I mean, that's not very much when you're thinking about doing a ton of testing to make sure that the quality is really there. You can look up the quality of each bottle of oil, which is amazing. You can go to source2you.com and you can put in the code that's on the very bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably not the exact code, but something is there. There's a code on the bottom of each oil, and you can get the testing results from each bottle of oil that doTERRA has done. So they really promise you that you are getting the real deal. This is the CPTG. I know lots of acronyms here. Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Oil. And basically what that means is you are getting the best of the best. doTERRA is amazing at this. So another thing about doTERRA that I absolutely love and fell in love with was they have a Healing Hands organization. And with each order, if you want to donate $1, then you most definitely can, and it goes to the Healing Hands Foundation. And what that does is there's places all over the world that are benefited by doTERRA and the Healing Hands. So this money goes directly to them. So maybe a place like Haiti, doTERRA sees that they're in need of maybe a medical clinic. So what they do is they will use their money to provide that town where the sourcing is happening for the medical clinic. Also, they do a Girls' Day every year, and it provides feminine hygiene for girls in third world countries. And these a lot of times these girls have no idea what's going on with their body. They are not allowed to do anything during that time of the month. They're kind of pushed to the side and don't know what's happening with their bodies. So doTERRA goes in and helps them. It helps educate them and gives them supplies that they need. So it really pulls at my heartstrings there. Um, Another thing I want to talk to you about is how in the world you use these oils. So we know they come from plants. We know that doTERRA rocks with all their amazing tests and oils that they have. So how do we use them? Well, I just showed you if you put it in your hands, you're automatically doing it topically because you're using your hands. It's going on you. Okay, so that's topical. Another way is aromatically. So when we smelled our hands, which I can still smell. It's wonderful. When we smelled our hands, that's aromatically. We're getting it in through our senses. And what happens is the smell and the chemicals from this, that's not the right word. What is it? The smell from this goes straight to our amygdala, which is a big word for me to say because I'm definitely not a sciencey person. So um, it goes to our amygdala, and that's where all of your emotions are housed. So the oils are really, really good for your emotions as well, which is really nice. They have an emotional line too that we'll kind of talk about later. And if you have more questions about, just shoot me a message on Facebook or put a comment at the end of this video. Also, the aromatic, so there's different diffusers that you can get and use throughout your house. So we do a lot of On Guard at my house, and On Guard is amazing to kill the germs. And this, I swear, this bottle right here helps keep my family well all year long. So I diffuse On Guard all the time at our house. I love the smell of it. We put it in our diffuser. If anybody's starting to get like snots in our house, they are getting On Guard on their feet before they go to bed for sure. Um, they have an amazing line of On Guard also, which you'll see later. But the On Guard is wonderful, and who doesn't want to kill germs, especially having kids or being out in the general public? You are going to come across germs. I think we all know that by now. The last way to use the oils is really cool, and it is internal. So you can actually put these oils in your water. You can put it in different drinks. I just had cassia in my coffee this morning. Cassia kind of tastes like cinnamon. I prefer it to cinnamon, but it's just a preference that I have. I do one drop and a half a pot of coffee because it is so strong. So watch out if you're going to do that. Don't put one drop in like a tiny cup of coffee by any means. Um, you will, if you want to take it internally, you want to make sure that you are using stainless steel or something that is not plastic. So you want to use glass, stainless steel. I use my Yeti cup a lot. Um, if I'm having water and I put some Slim and Sassy or I like the lime in my water or the orange, then I definitely want to use my stainless steel cup. Another way for you to check, most of doTERRA's oils you can take internally, um, but there are a few that you cannot. On the bottle itself, it's going to have supplemental facts on there. And I know it's blurry, but at least you can kind of get an idea for it. It's going to have supplemental facts on there. So kind of like if you look on the back of any food that you can take internally, you're going to see that. You can take one drop. It also tells you that it is for internal use. So that's good. And it's this one particular, the wild orange, it says for aromatic, topical, or internal use. So you just read the bottle if you have any doubts there. Um, I hope this gives you at least a little intro and answer some questions as to what are essential oils. In the next video, we'll talk about different products and how we use them at our house. Thanks for listening.